You turn my blood into ice with your one look, a frozen storm inside me where warmth used to live. That single glance of yours, colder than winter's breath, freezes every beat of my heart and leaves me numb. When your eyes meet mine, it's as if the world stops. My blood congeals, and all I feel is the chill of your silence. One look from you, and suddenly I'm drowning in cold fire, a paradox of frozen passion and silent despair. You don't speak, but your eyes scream frost, turning the heat of my soul into an endless winter. Your glance pierces through me like an icy dagger, stealing every ounce of warmth from my veins. I used to feel alive, but your one look turns my blood to ice, trapping me in a frozen moment of doubt. In the silence of your gaze, my heart freezes, a quiet pain I carry with every breath. One look, and the heat in me disappears, replaced by a coldness only your absence could create. Your eyes hold the power to still my blood, to freeze the chaos inside me into a perfect aching calm. That one look is a silent storm, a winter night in the depths of my soul where warmth has fled. You turn my blood to ice, not with hatred, but with a distance so profound it chills every hope I once had. Your gaze is a winter wind, sharp and merciless, freezing the fire that once burned inside me. One look, and my heart is caught in a frost that no summer sun could ever melt. Your eyes freeze the blood in my veins, leaving me a statue of longing and silence. In the cold of your stare, I lose myself, frozen in time, unable to thaw the pain you leave behind. Your one look is a cold eclipse, shadowing the warmth I thought was ours forever. You don't need to say a word. Your icy gaze tells me everything I fear. That I'm no longer wanted. That single glance turns the heat of my love into a glacier, beautiful but unreachable. You turn my blood into ice, not by cruelty, but by the quiet withdrawal of your light. Your eyes, colder than any winter night, freeze the pulse of my heart into a silent stillness. Your silent look cuts deeper than words, turning passion into a cold, quiet ache inside me. You hold the power to freeze my blood with just one look. A power I wish I never saw. That look of yours, so cold and distant, leaves me shivering in a storm of frozen emotions. Your eyes are glaciers, beautiful, cold, and deadly, to the heat I try to hold on to. One look, and the warmth in my chest is replaced by a cold I can't explain. Your gaze is a winter frost that settles deep within me, turning my blood to ice. The coldness in your eyes leaves me breathless, a chill that runs deeper than skin. You turn my blood to ice with your one look, a look that says, I'm gone, without a word. That one look freezes my heart in place, leaving me caught in a moment of silent despair. Your eyes, like shards of ice, pierce the warmth I try to keep inside me. One look from you is a silent frost that chills my entire being. You don't even have to say anything. Your icy stare says all the code words I fear. The moment your eyes meet mine, my blood turns to ice, and my soul shivers in the cold. That look, distant, cold, and cutting, turns every warmth thought into a frozen shard. You turn my blood to ice with your one look. Your gaze, cold as a winter night, steals the warmth from my heart and leaves me empty. One look from you, and the fire inside me is snuffed out, replaced by an icy silence. You turn my blood into ice with a glance so cold, it's like the end of summer inside me. Your eyes hold a chill that no sun can melt, turning passion into frozen shadows. One look from you, and my heart is a block of ice, silent and unmoving. Your gaze freezes the heat of my love, leaving only cold echoes where warmth once lived. That one look turns my blood into ice, a quiet frost that creeps through every vein. Your eyes, colder than the harshest winter, freeze the warmth I dare to feel for you. One look, and my heart stops beating in time, frozen by the cold in your eyes. You turn my blood to ice with a look that's both beautiful and devastating. Your gaze is a frostbite on my soul, turning the fire inside to a frozen wasteland. One look from you freezes my breath, and time stands still in a winter of silence. That ice stare turns the heat of my love into a glacier. Your eyes, like frozen lakes. You turn my blood into ice with a glance, a chill that lingers long after you look away. One look from you is a cold shadow cast over the warmth I once knew. Your gaze freezes my heart, trapping me in a moment of cold, silent longing. That one look so cold and still turns my blood to ice and leaves me breathless. Your one look freezes every heartbeat, leaving me trapped in a winter where hope slowly fades. When your eyes meet mine, they don't just look, they freeze the very life inside me. That cold stare of yours is a silent command for my warmth to disappear without a fight. You turn my blood into ice, but your absence turns it to a frozen emptiness I can't escape. One look from you and suddenly the fire I carried is just a flicker. Your gaze is an icy ocean, drowning warmth I tried so desperately to hold on to. The cold in your eyes is the cruelest kind of silence, louder than any harsh words. You turn my blood to ice with one look, and suddenly all the colors inside me fade to gray. That single glance is a winter storm inside my chest, freezing everything I once loved. Your look doesn't just freeze me. It erases the heat of every memory we ever shared. You hold the power to turn my summer into winter with nothing but the chill of your eyes. One look from you is a cold shadow cast over every warm thought I once cherished. The frost in your eyes is a quiet wound, slowly spreading through the veins of my soul. You turn my blood into ice, leaving me frozen in a moment where your heart no longer beats for me. Your gaze is a winter night, dark, endless, and unbearably cold, swallowing my warmth whole. One look, and I feel the cold grip of your distance squeezing every drop of heat from my veins. You don't need words to break me. Your icy stare does all the damage silently and swiftly. That frozen look of yours is a barrier no fire could ever hope to melt or cross. You turn my blood to ice, with a glance that says goodbye without saying a word. Your eyes hold the chill of 1,000 winters, freezing my hope in a cold tomb of silence. One look from you and my world tilts into frost, leaving me breathless in the cold aftermath. The ice in your gaze is a true reminder that love sometimes dies in silence and coldness. You turn my blood to ice, but still, I ache to feel your warmth once more, even if it's just a dream. That one look freezes my spirit, locking me in a place where love turns to icy despair. Your silent stare is like a blizzard, erasing all the warmth I tried to hold on to. You turn my blood into ice, leaving my heart to shatter slowly beneath a frozen sky. One look from you, and the warmth inside me dies, leaving only a cold echo of what was. Your eyes are like frozen rivers, beautiful, deadly, and impossible to cross without breaking. That cold glance of yours is a silent thunderstorm that leaves me trembling in the aftermath. You turn my blood to ice, but even frozen, I still feel the ache of longing for your touch. Your gaze is a cold fortress, unyielding and silent, trapping me outside in the bitter cold. One look from you freezes the fire I carry, turning my heart into a frozen wasteland. The chill in your eyes leaves me breathless, an icy wave crashing over the shores of my soul. You turn my blood into ice, a cruel magic that no warmth can ever reverse. That one look, so cold and distant, steals the heat of my love and leaves me in darkness. Your eyes hold a frozen secret, one that I can never thaw no matter how hard I try. You turn my blood to ice with a glance, silent, sharp, and impossible to forget. One look from you is like a sudden frost that withers the flowers of hope inside me. Your gaze is a winter wind, relentless and cold, stripping away every piece of my warmth. You turn my blood into ice, but even frozen, I'm haunted by the memory of your heat. That icy look of yours is a winter that lasts forever inside my heart's quiet chambers. Your eyes don't just look at me, they freeze time, trapping me in a moment of cold despair. One look from you, and my soul feels the bite of frost, sharp and unforgiving. You turn my blood to ice, but still, I wait for the thaw. That may never come. Your gaze is a cold mirror, reflecting back the warmth I lost in your silence. One look from you freezes my world, leaving me surrounded by the quiet of frozen tears. You turn my blood into ice with your one look, a cold touch that lingers long after you leave. Your eyes hold a winter storm, fierce and silent, turning love into a frozen memory. That look of yours freezes my breath and stills my heart, leaving me in endless cold. You turn my blood to ice with a glance, and all the warmth I had is swallowed by frost. Your gaze is a glacier, moving slowly through the valley of my heart, unstoppable and cold. One look from you is a silent frostbite that leaves my soul numb and aching. You turn my blood into ice, but still, I reach for the warmth I know I never find. Your eyes hold the coldness of a winter moon, pale and distant, shining on my frozen pain. One look from you, and the fire inside me is extinguished, leaving a frozen shadow. Behind, you turn my blood to ice with your silent stare, a chill that echoes in every heartbeat. One look from you and my blood freezes, as if the warmth inside me has been stolen by your silence. Your gaze is the cold shadow in my heart, turning every flicker of hope into ice. You turn my blood into ice with a look that leaves me stranded in the frozen wasteland of your absence. That single glance is a winter's breath that stops the rhythm of my heartbeat. Your eyes carry a coldness so deep it seeps into my bones, leaving me frozen in place. One look from you turns every warm memory into a shard of ice cutting through my soul. You don't need to say a word. Your frozen gaze says everything I need to know. That look of yours is a quiet frost that suffocates the fire I once carried for you. You turn my blood to ice, and the silence that follows is colder than any words could ever be. Your eyes, like frozen lakes, reflect a beauty that's untouchable and painfully cold. One look from you is like a cold wind, blowing out every spark I try to kindle. Turn my blood into ice, leaving me trembling in the cold shadow of your indifference. Your gaze is a winter night without stars, dark, endless, and unbearably cold. That single look freezes my heart in time, a moment where warmth ceases to exist. You turn my blood to ice, not with anger, but with a quiet distance that freezes everything. Your eyes hold a frost that settles in the corners of my soul, impossible to brush away. One look from you is a cold wave crashing over the shore of my fragile heart. You turn my blood into ice, and I'm left trying to thaw memories that have turned to stone. Your gaze is a chilling silence that drowns out every whispered hope inside me. That one look freezes the fire I carry, leaving me a shadow of my former self. You turn my blood to ice with a glance that echoes long after you've looked away. Your eyes are glaciers, moving slowly but mercilessly through the landscape of my heart. One look from you is like a cold blade, sharp and silent, cutting through my veins. You turn my blood into ice, leaving me shivering in the cold aftermath of your absence. Your gaze is a frozen lake, beautiful to look at, but impossible to cross. That one look turns my warmth into a winter I never wanted to survive. You turn my blood to ice with a look that feels like 1,000 winters wrapped into one. Your eyes hold the power to freeze the very air around me, suffocating all the love I've known. One look from you and the world around me turns cold and grey, like a fading photograph. You turn my blood into ice, but even frozen, I feel the ache of longing that refuses to melt. Your gaze is a cold fortress that keeps me locked outside, yearning for a warmth I'll never reach. That one look freezes the heartbeat of my love, leaving it silent and still. You turn my blood to ice with a glance that's both beautiful and unbearably cruel. Your eyes are the winter moon, cold, distant, and hauntingly beautiful in their stillness. One look from you, and my soul is caught in a frost that I can neither escape nor deny. You turn my blood into ice, a silent frostbite that spreads slowly through my veins. Your gaze holds a quiet cruelty that freezes the warmth I once offered freely. That single glance is a cold wind that extinguishes the fire of my hope in an instant. You turn my blood to ice with a look that leaves me lost in the endless night of your silence. Your eyes carry the chill of a forgotten winter, leaving me frozen in the memories of what once was. One look from you, and my heart is a glacier, vast, cold, and impossible to navigate. You turn my blood into ice, but even in the cold, I remember the warmth that once was ours. Your gaze is a silent snowfall, beautiful but suffocating in its quiet descent. That look of yours freezes my breath and stills my soul in a moment of frozen time. You turn my blood to ice with a single glance. Quiet power I never asked for. Your eyes hold a frost that settles deep in my bones, leaving me trembling in the cold. One look from you is a cold shadow that stretches across the warmth I tried to keep alive. You turn my blood into ice, a frozen silence that echoes louder than any words. Your gaze is a winter night, dark, cold, and endlessly lonely. That one look freezes the fire inside me, leaving me only a cold, aching emptiness. Your eyes are glaciers, beautiful and deadly, freezing the heat of my love in place. One look from you, and the warmth I carried fades into a silent frost. You turn my blood into ice, but even frozen, I ache for the warmth I lost. Your gaze is a frozen lake, still, cold, and impossible to cross without breaking. That one look freezes my heart and leaves me trapped in a winter that never ends. You turn my blood to ice with a glance that says goodbye without saying a word.